Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Hi. Oh, should we make this? I have lowered the brightness. Should we make it darker now?
No, we're good.
I mean, make it brighter.
No, we are good. I am going to talk about what we're going to do next. And we've got a lot of things planned here.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Welcome to our Happy Thanksgiving 2017. I'm David. This is Sarah with me. And we're going to talk about taking it to the next level with the rest of the meal. So we're going to go create the bean dish that we talked about. And I'm also going to prep the gravy. And I guess Sarah is going to make some pumpkin pies for us, so it should be pretty interesting. We're also doing a daily show, of course, starting at 6 o'clock. Every day we do a recorded broadcast at YouTube. So if you want to check our show out, you can certainly go to youtube.com/America's Third Party. And if you're watching this show at my personal YouTube site, David John Sponheim, these videos are uploaded for your edification and learning how to make a turkey dinner. Okay. I want to mention that we made a really good dip earlier.
That was really good.
When you saw the first part, we had quite a bit of it with some of Sarah's donated. Got these great Luke's Organic potato chips, which I think are the best I've ever had. And we used it with this amazing clam yogurt dip that I make so quickly, it's almost ridiculous how fast you can make this dip. But it worked out great. Everyone had quite a bit. We'll probably put some out for later. Leave it out there so people can grab it if they're hungry. Whenever people get together for the holidays, it's good to have food items that people can grab just to whet their appetite and get things going.
Especially when you realize, we've got to wait like 3 more hours for the turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should have some chips and dip. Yeah.
I'm going to prep this turkey that is on the bone. I remember I talked about cooling it off. Well, it was sitting there in the boiling water for so long that check this camera and remove that text thing from there.
Here.
There you go.
Okay.
So I can see the
Good.
camera.
Here.
Okay, and it just falls right off the bone. Look at that.
It just comes off. That's awesome.
It's just amazing how the meat just peels right away. You put the bones aside and put those in the compost heap. Little bones like that you can put in the compost heap. We were talking about putting bones in the compost heap earlier. Things that are so small they're going to break up like neck bones. But yeah, and then you pull the turkey off of the neck bone and put it in the gravy. And then right now I've got the giblets cooking some more. They take a long time because they're kind of tough and they cook right into the gravy. So you get the liver. All those vitamin B coming out of the meat, the amino acids, the tryptophan makes the gravy taste even better. And this meat is just so good. Some people like neck bones. I've actually met people that just like the neck bones for some reason.
Wow.
Yeah, I've known people that just eat the neck bones. It's like, what?
Okay.
I don't really like eating the neck bones. I won't eat the bone.
I think I have to borrow some of your oil.
Yeah, we've got plenty of this olive oil over here. I prefer cooking with it anyway. It's better for you. You know, we used to make canola oil, and then we found out that canola, even though they say it's not genetically modified, technically it is. Technically it's a plant that they created just for mass use, and ConAgra created. And I guess it was ConAgra. And others that created canola. But they've also created kind of a problem because they say that the oil is not as safe as the other oils on the market. Great. Hey, we had some sun during the day when you guys we took a break. We actually watched the show together, Sarah and I did.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. We took a break and the sun came out. It was so glorious. Had a great Thanksgiving day here.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was fun. All right, so David's deboning the neck.
Right.
And I'm going to work and get my crust going, which is always funny to watch when I make my pie crust, because it's like a flaky pastry pie crust, and like it's kind of an unusual recipe.
That's great. It tastes incredible.
It tastes really good though.
Really natural taste.
Okay, so it calls. I'm going to double the recipe because I think I'll make 3 pies, maybe 4. So.
3 or 4 pies. Wow, you're getting very.
Well, I could just make 2 pies. Whatever
you want. I mean, if you're feeling motivated, go for it. But a little extra dough is not bad. That way you don't run out. Okay, so I'm going to throw those neck bones in the compost heap, which is kind of, yeah, I figured they'll break down. They're small enough to actually, over time. Rinsing my hands off, getting my paper towel. Yeah, another paper. I mean, we have these little half paper towels, so we're conserving a little bit.
I like those.
I do too. I thought that was a good innovation they came out with when they split paper towels in half. I'm going to put the camera a little closer. Well, actually, that's as close as we'll get, really. But I'm going to go ahead and put... Yeah, turn that light on, too. We just lost our natural light.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to put this wonderful turkey meat in with the boiling, simmering gravy, which I've added about an extra cup of water to it. And I'm just going to let it turn off and meld. All those ingredients will then melt. Now, Sarah, I've got this plastic bag that I actually made from the inside of a cereal box.
Yeah, I use that to help roll up my dough.
Yeah, so she uses this idea. It works better than wax paper. No, I'm good. We can do both. I wanted to tell people about how we get this casserole that's going to go in the oven now. We're about 3 hours into it. Yeah, close to 3 hours into the cook cycle. I'm going to throw this casserole, which basically is just a fresh vegetable.
Well, it's a vegetable and stuffing.
The stuffing is on the bottom, and then we topped it off with a yellow squash. So I'm just going to throw that in the oven. But before I do, I'm going to spray the top of it with a little olive oil, so it doesn't get stays nice and moist. I love these atomizers. They put out no carbon in the atmosphere like Pam. Pam has aerosol. These things are just great. They take the oil and put it out for you without any hassles. I'm going to throw that in the oven next to the turkey. There we go. And making a quick trip into the oven because I don't want to lose the heat value of the oven. Well, I hope all of you are having some sort of a turkey meal wherever you are. I know some people are getting banquet turkey meals, which, it's okay if you're in an apartment and by yourself. You want to get the feeling of eating turkey and gravy and all that. But there are a lot of people who are eating out at local food banks. We have a free dinner tonight at one of our, I think it's the Elks Club in our area. They offer a free Thanksgiving meal to all the homeless people. And I understand it's pretty good food. That's what I hear from people. I've never been to it, but I understand people really like going there. So,
and then I have a couple of friends that are going out to a local restaurant. They're single retiree ladies, and like one has a daughter, but the daughter's single, so they're all going out to a local restaurant.
That's good.
Okay, so I just put in 4.5 cups of flour in my for my dough.
Okay, so she's got 4.5 cups of flour in this container right here.
And then I'm going to do salt, like 3 teaspoons of salt, 3 teaspoons of salt.
Right. Yeah, and while we're recording the second portion, we are actually uploading the first portion to YouTube so we can play it during our show off of the cloud.
I use this one, which is like less sodium.
Yeah, that's reduced potassium mix of sodium. Definitely, yeah. If it calls for salt, add that for sure, because potassium salt is kind of an interesting alternative, yeah. I always go light on salt anyway, so. Yeah, it's always very good.
Mix that together.
Now with the, I'm just going to briefly talk about the bean dish that we're going to be doing today.
Green bean casserole.
Yeah, green bean casserole. I managed to pick up a container of green beans for an amazingly low price of $2.99. And I've already used some of the frozen green beans, and these are USDA organic. So I'm going to probably use the rest of this. I'm going to call this $2 worth of food, and we left you at $15. So we're going to add the $2 to $17 so far. We're going to put all the green beans here. In this, this is actually one of my family's oldest containers. It's Casserole by Corningware, and it is really amazing. It's lasted actually Corningware itself. This is authentic Corningware, and it's been around since the 30s. This container. I'm going to say 40s. Excuse me, 40s. But I'm going to put a little oil in the bottom of that. Grab the oil over here. Yes.
2/3 cup of milk. And a full cup of oil.
So I'm spraying the oil at the base of this right here. And then I'm just going to throw the green beans inside.
Okay. Before you do the green beans, it said something about do a can of mushroom soup and milk, and then you cook those in together, and then you put in the green beans.
Oh, okay. Good. I usually just throw it all together and throw it in the oven.
Well, they say to kind of cook the soup first.
Well, you know what I am going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Casserole or Corningware rather, and put it on the stove. I'm going to put it right there and turn the heat on, and I'm going to cook some mushrooms. It's a great idea. Okay, we'll kind of alter the recipe, but basically, an extra $1 goes into the mushroom soup. So we're now at $18. This is a traditional mix, cream of mushroom soup. You can get lower salt varieties of this, but this is pretty good. This really makes a nice taste. It'll be added to this dish. First, I'm going to take some mushrooms that I picked up. You can get a can of mushrooms for like 50 cents. You can do it with a can. But we're at $18 now. I'm going to add 75 cents. Make this $1. I got this for 75 cents on day-old vegetable. It was a day-old vegetable deal. So this, I had some of them already, but I'm going to add another $1. We're up to $19 now.
Do you want to chop this onion and put it in there?
Yeah, I'm going to put the onion at the base.
Okay, I'm going to pour this in, and then I'll get out of your way while I mix it.
Sarah's going to do the...
So I'm pouring in, this calls for oil and milk rather than butter. And you pour this whole milk and the oil all at the same time into the flour. Don't stir it, just pour it in.
Wow, interesting. Oil and milk combined. Huh?
You're going to stir that up, and then we'll be ready for my pastry, and I'll get out of David's way so he can use this cutting board for the onion.
Yeah. All right, good. Well, that breadboard is available over here if you want to do any work over there. We don't want, do not put plastic near a metal cook stove for sure. Okay. Okay, I'll prep that onion that I had earlier, the half onion. So this whole dinner requires 2 onions. I'm now in the other part of the onion because this part of the onion goes into the green bean casserole. Now, if you're feeling a little spendy and you want to buy some French's dried onion rings. You can do that. Or you can just take slices of onion and top it with slices of onion. You can save a portion of an onion or use an extra onion and slice it and put it on top. But it isn't quite the same as what I'm doing here. And I actually bought, or Sarah saw this product over at Costco, which is a bag of non-GMO onion rings. And I'm going to top this onion dish off with that. Right now I've got the temperature going up to level 6 on the front burner. And we're down to completely setting the gravy to meld right there. The back burner is all just melding. So the ingredients going into the gravy are just creating the ultimate taste, kind of melding ingredients. All of those giblets, onions, garlic, and all the celery that went into the previous mix, that went into the stuffing, portion of it went into the gravy, which makes it really appealing to the person who's putting it on their mashed potatoes. Now, this dinner can include baked potatoes.
Or my favorite is mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. So we're going to actually do a little mashed potato tonight as well. And I'm going to get some baked potatoes that I have.
I'm kind of funny. Like, I don't normally like potatoes. I don't like baked potatoes or anyway, but I like potato chips and mashed potatoes because I put a lot of oil or butter in milk.
Now, typically you can get a bag of potatoes, a full 5-pound bag, for $1. So this is no more than 50 cents, and I'm going to include it in the budget somehow. You can kind of bend and work the budget any which way. And I know people that have spent, I'm going to put 5, 6 potatoes out. I know people that have spent, oh yeah. What I do with the potatoes is I usually wash them off a little bit before I peel them. So that works real well, the sprayer. I've got the onions simmering here, getting ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and take my spatula, my wooden spatula, and kind of push them around in the oil. Yeah. I'm going to need a little more oil at the base. So I'm going to add it from the container. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw the mushrooms together. What I usually do with the mushrooms is I'll take this bin like that. As long as they're not too foul at the bottom, this is pretty okay. If it's really foul at the bottom, you got to cut the bottoms off. But I just take it and move it around in some water and then drain it out. Put it on the chopping block. Anyone falls down, I got to rinse that one off, of course. All right, and then I'm going to get them right in there with half cuts. Start stir frying those mushrooms in there with half cuts. And again, if you get pre-sliced mushrooms, they're like 50 cents a can. You can do a few more cuts in there to kind of make it smaller so it fits into more bites of food. Otherwise, the half cuts go to only a couple people. So here I'm doing quarter cuts.
Or you can even slice them.
Or you can slice them and dice them, whatever. But quarter cuts, throw them all in there with the onions. And you know what would be really good in this mix is some of that garlic. I'm going to throw a little California garlic in there. Nice. You know, I think I'm going to put some butter in here too. Butter is a good accompaniment to this dish because it adds to the kind of the overall rounded nature of your beef dish. But of course, if you're on really restricted diets, don't do the butter, just do olive oil. But butter and olive oil work very well together. All right. So just move them around at a level 3. Take it on down to level 3 from where it was, which was level 6. And get the butter in there at the bottom so it doesn't burn, then just cover it up. I think a little chimichurri in the bean dish would be good. No, you're right. It adds extras. It would change the taste. She's right.
I gave him a lot. He's like, oh.
Gave you that
That
look.
that Sarah look.
Yeah, no chimichurri, Dave. It's not good in everything. We didn't even do it in our dip after all. All right, so I'm going to just do some peeling. I don't know. I like that traditional dip. The simple ingredients just do it for me. I don't know. When you mess with ingredients, sometimes you can overdo a dip taste, and you'll be doing the dip. Dip to do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and peel some potatoes while Sarah kneads that.
Well, I'm not kneading, but
You want to show how? Come closer. Let's switch positions here.
so I'm just taking this dough and I'm like kind of pressing it. I mix the oil and the milk in, and I'm making it into these balls.
So I'm just going to be peeling potatoes in the back here, and one of the things I do when I peel potatoes is put some water in around them. And when I make peeled potatoes, I always dice them into 1/4 inch chunks and then boil them. And you can boil things with these kind of dishes, these Pyrexes. They're really great. You can actually put them on a stove and boil things. But it's easier to microwave. You're making about 3 balls of that?
I think 4.
4, okay.
We'll see. And then I can always like combine some of the ingredients.
Wow. Yeah, so I'm just going to be peeling and quartering these potatoes here.
All right, peeling and quartering potatoes, and I'm kind of working on forming some balls with these, some dough balls. Working on it. That's all right.
People don't realize it takes 4 hours to prep a turkey dinner.
Yeah, it does.
We're doing it in 3.
Yeah.
But for most people, it takes 4 hours to prep the meal. The cook time is definitely 4 hours. You need more oil to use it. You could probably use that plastic right on top of that too. That's Formica.
Yeah.
Better than the breadboard in some ways because it's firmer. You bear down on it with a rolling pin. Peeling potatoes back here.
Peeling potatoes and making the dough. All right, now this is going to kind of fall apart. But that's the nice thing about this dough is that if it's flaky and falling apart in your hands, that's going to be flaky and flaky in your mouth too, which is really good. All right, I'm going to put this over here. And do we have another one of these?
We do, but it's down below. I have to cut it. Prep it. You need 2?
Well, one for the bottom, one for the top.
Okay, let me get
But
it for you.
it's fine.
No, I didn't know you were going to do it.
No, I can just do it like this.
Okay, one at a time.
But it should probably be one at the bottom. Okay, I can just do it.
All right.
Okay. I need a rolling pin.
Yeah, so it's kind of like dueling workstations here in this kitchen. It's a great kitchen. I love it. We have a center aisle in the kitchen, which makes it nice.
Yeah, it is really good.
And when peeling potatoes, try not to keep your fingers under the potato because you can peel your finger off.
Ouch.
I've seen people do that. And it's an injury that doesn't go away very fast. It's like takes 6 weeks just to heal. So don't peel your finger off.
Okay.
I'll get the other one. Make it for you. I don't want you to have to. Here it is. I have to cut it open.
Here, I can get it. Wherever you want.
I think the scissors in the second drawer. they belong.
You can use wax paper, which is traditionally, a lot of people just use wax paper for rolling out the dough.
Yeah, wax paper was always what my mom used, but I never.
So we're like environmentalists, so we just reuse like a bag from a cereal.
Well, no one ever said, "Oh, this food tastes like wax" when I was a kid. But,
well, because you don't use it to actually like. You don't actually use it in cooking. Well, sometimes people do with it, like cookies and stuff.
Yeah.
They cook it right on the wax paper.
Yeah, I just don't understand how wax paper works that would not put wax in the food.
Well, like this, I'm not putting plastic in the food.
No, and there's no heat associated with what you're doing. So.
All right.
Yeah, but if you put it in the oven, I would think the wax would kind of melt off in the food. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, did you know all candy corn is wax?
No kidding.
That's what candy corn is. It's wax and sugar.
I thought it was
And wax
butter,
is actually-
butter and sugar. I've always made candy corn with butter
Well, wax is actually good.
and
for
caramel.
you. Well, yeah, but there's also wax.
I've never used wax on my candy corn. This is the first time I've ever heard this.
Wait, are you talking about? You're talking about something different.
Well, candy corn. I'm thinking of like corn, popcorn balls.
That's not candy corn.
Okay.
Candy corn is those little triangle-shaped things that come out at Halloween.
Right. Gotcha. Oh, that's wax?
Yeah, well, and wax is actually really good for you. It's good for your nails.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good for
Wax.
your nail growth. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought that was horse.
Or well, Jello is horse hooves.
Yeah, that's horse hoof. I heard that was good, but I never heard wax was good. Paraffin is good for you.
Yeah,
No.
like beeswax, you know.
Okay. Maybe you're right. I mean, I just never thought of it that way.
I know.
Never thought of wax being good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to remember that one. Well, that's why people rub paraffin all over their body and skin lotion. You know,
Yeah, because
Paraben.
you're not getting enough wax externally.
Everybody should have more
Should I make a big
paraben.
pie? Like
Make
this?
what?
I can make a big pie.
You can if you want. You got time. But remember, those pies have to get in there by at least 3:30. So,
No, okay, whatever. I'm gonna get them in there when I get them in there.
all right.
That's the way I'm doing it today. You said you didn't want to have a.
No, you do it your way. I'm good. I'm happy that you're
You
doing
said you
that.
didn't want to rush. So.
I don't want to rush. Here I am trying to rush. I don't want to rush. Okay, I'm going to just put a plate. This is Corel right here. This is Corel, made by Cornyware, the descendant of the earlier dish I showed you. This works great in the microwave with a little bit of salt on top. So just take a little salt, the active sea salt, on your potatoes, like that. Put a little water on top. You don't even have to cover them. And I zap it in the other room for about 5 minutes. But you can stovetop cook it for about 20. Or, you know what you could do? You could actually put it in the oven if you really want to conserve on heat. But since I'm still uploading, I'm not going to microwave anything. I don't want to interrupt the upload. You're making a mega pie. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Good. So she's rolling out the dough and using the plastics to go back and forth with them and make sure it's the right consistency to go in the base of the pan. Yes. Okay, now I'm spraying the top of it. There you go. I'm turning the burner off in the front. The mushrooms are cooking inside. They're all done. I'm going to throw the can of mushroom soup in on top of it, like Sarah said. But I'm only going to put half of the can on the bottom.
And then you're supposed to mix it with some kind of milk.
Yeah, and then I'm going to add Oops, I guess I put the whole thing in there.
That's fine.
I'm going to fill the can up with milk now. But I'm not going to use totally full. I'm going to go about a half full. Otherwise, it gets too saucy. So put a half a can of milk in your mushroom soup, not a full can of milk. And pivot the camera just a little bit toward me. There we go. Go ahead and put all that, mix it in with the mushroom soup on top of the stove. Giving it a stir. Put a little onion, a little garlic, a little mushrooms, a little olive oil, a little butter. That's all that's in there. And you could bring that up to a simmer if you want, but you don't need to. What I recommend doing then is adding the beans directly. So if you put even a frozen container of beans in there, you don't want to put the bag in. Look at that, I was putting the bag in. That's so funny. They came in separate bags. Pull it out of the plastic bag when putting it in the dish. That's the prerequisite. And it looks like I'm going to need the scissors now.
Okay.
I'll have to sharpen them. Okay, that's good enough. Thank you. And then just rip up the top. I want to mention that Del Monte makes really good.
Oh yeah, Del Monte cans are non-GMO.
Yeah.
So if you didn't want to do frozen green beans, you could do Del Monte cans of green beans.
For $1 each.
Non-GMO, $1 each.
And you want to get French cut beans.
Yeah.
Not cut green beans. French cut is really the way to go. And I mix it around a little bit. Bring the bottom to the top. And everything can be frozen still. It's just all going to go in the oven. Now I'll show you the product that Sarah found at Costco. And if you don't want to spend any money on that, that's fine. Just top it off with sliced onion, like rings of onion.
But I would say everybody uses like French's onions. These are just a different brand.
Yeah.
For the same thing. Yep. Well, you kind of have to do that if you're going to do.
Yeah. So this is a product that Sarah found at Costco, and it's called Crispy Onions. And she got the big bag for $5.99, which is like 1.5 pounds of this stuff.
What's nice about this bag is it's non-GMO and it's lightly salted, which we know David's a little salt sensitive, so it's really good.
The only downside of this particular product is there's no downside. It's using sunflower and safflower oil, which is better than canola oil, so it's really a good product. So if you happen to be at Costco, you can get these crispy onions.
I ate them like a snack, like instead of
yeah, they're really tasty.
All right, this one it looks kind of funky, but that's ready.
That's really nice. Yeah. I'll show how many people. I'm going to show people how I'm going to top off the bean dish. While you step over there, and just top it off with a light dusting of these onions. You don't have to use a whole lot, but like I said, if you have Frenchies or even sliced onions, you can slice it off the onions and go that way. Is that enough for you?
Yeah. Well, you want to grab that one?
Mess up that. All right. And then you can use it for another holiday if you want.
Or just eat them out of the bag like I do.
Yeah, she loves them. It really is good. Very tasty stuff. Okay, so I'm done with the bean dish. And I'm going to put that in the oven right now, too. Well, it has to be an hour before the dinner. So you're right. I'm going to wait another 15, 20 minutes on that. Cool. But that goes in about an hour before the end of the meal with the turkey. So I know that all of you are chatting and talking right now and saying, yeah, what's going on with Dave?
Like, David, is this live? Is this live? Is this live? This is pre-recorded.
Yep.
But we decided not to be live because we didn't want the stress of the chat room.
Yeah. And this section of the video is playing after our show.
Probably.
Yep.
Yes.
So we do 1.5 hours before the show and 1.5 hours after the show. You'll see the baking segment of our cooking show.
And that's probably when we'll be enjoying these things.
Yeah.
Well, the green bean dish will be enjoying during the show, but pumpkin pie will be enjoying after the show.
Yeah. Very good. I know a lot of people are going out to Black Friday sales tonight. I'm not.
I've got all my shopping done actually.
You did? Wow, that's great.
But I always feel like maybe I'm gonna find a sale, on what I already bought. And then I'll feel bad, like I should have bought it, waited and got it on sale.
Yeah.
But it was worth it because you don't know what I bought, so it's okay to spend a little extra.
Wow. Thank you. Well, this will be the first experience I'll ever have in a long time where I didn't know what I was going to get. Sarah and I have been.
It's been a few years.
Yeah, we've been kind of shopping ahead of time with our gifts because we've been doing the specials, but the best part about Christmas is the sharing of gifts that you don't know what's in the package, I think.
Yeah,
kind
you
of a
think?
cool thing.
You do think that's good.
Yeah, that's the best part of Christmas. I agree with you. And it's never been a on the agenda because oftentimes
we go shopping together.
Yeah, and I grew up in a family where it was so hard to buy for certain people, and you didn't know what they wanted. And, it's nice to know in advance what people want, but you don't have that luxury during Christmas season. So I was always very creative whenever I sought to get things. I was always looking for ways of kind of catching people by surprise. Finding something that, you don't think they would ever even think that they themselves would need, but in fact, they loved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I went out one time and purchased a certain item for my mother. She was so happy. It was beyond belief. It was like, wow, it was exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
Sometimes you score. Sometimes you find a perfect item that somebody says, like, I love it. Sometimes you could be Santa Claus. What's that?
That must have been really good when your mom said she loved your item.
There were a few times when that happened, for sure. Yeah. Then there were always the times when she felt that it was the wrong size or something, and the family had to take it back. I think taking stuff back. I feel
like this is like, if you have to take it back, like the item I got you. Oh well.
Well, I wouldn't want to take it back.
No big deal.
But I wouldn't want to take it back. Something I wanted. Yeah, so I guess the idea of doing a dinner this size and taking so much time to do it is it talks people into going out to a restaurant, spending $25 a person to eat dinner. Well, there are people that don't like to cook, so they'd rather go to dinner out and have somebody else do it, which kind of makes sense. But I love the leftovers. That's the best part of the Thanksgiving period is all the leftovers you get to eat for the next 3 or 4 days. So, kind of a nice thing.
You rinse this out.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they have pecans.
I don't know if we have. Let's take a look. I'll check the. I don't think we do. We have walnut.
Never mind. I'm thinking that I can only make this because I was thinking I did something pecan, but I don't know.
Do you need any molasses or special size spices for your pumpkin mix? Do you need any allspice?
Yeah, I need cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves.
Okay. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and cloves to make the pumpkin filling. So while we're doing this show here, we're uploading our show to YouTube, and it's cutting down to the upload stage at 97%, which is pretty amazing. You want to put a little oil on there? Well, you can top it with the crust, but generally people don't top pie with crust. I don't know, you can take some of that, put it over here, and maybe some of it in here. Certainly would fit 3. Use it as piecemeal and press into it. Yeah, kind of fill the holes completely. But when we purchased, this is Technology Thursday too. So when we do the show tonight, we'll be talking about technology. But when we purchased this new computer, we had one goal in mind. Number one was we wanted one that would last. And this is a gaming computer with a 17-inch 4K screen, which is kind of unusual now. They don't produce those anymore. And we picked this up with fans in the back of the laptop, which makes it cooler than most laptops where the fans are at the bottom. So if you're looking for a new laptop, you may want to consider getting the fans in the back. Some of the gaming computers have that potential. They last a lot longer. The motherboards don't overheat. And this MSI gaming computer has been very good.
You want to use this camera and show?
Yeah. I'll show you the MSI gaming computer. It's got a lit keyboard for it at nighttime viewing. It's really nice. Isn't that great? And I never hear it overheat because the fans are in the back here, right along the back side of it. And it's terrific. It really is. It's doing the job great for all of our mobile views. And of course, this has been good for road trips too. Like when we had that power outage last week, it was really handy that we were able to do our show, at least 3.5 hours of it, over from a local Starbucks. So having that ability to go mobile is really the goal of the laptop, and we have it now. So it's been good. Very cool. You know, I think I've got a need for another cup of coffee. I'll go ahead and make up a Keurig coffee. Starting the Keurig coffee maker. That shouldn't affect the transmission. We noticed that when we ran our show and a microwave was running at the same time, it didn't go through. It screws everything up. Everything up. So you can only imagine what microwaves do to us when we're near them. So if this show is screwed up, chances are your body's getting hit with waves of some sort. And they say that not to stand near the microwave and definitely don't look at the microwave. And our government should be telling people this, but they aren't. Kind of weird. Well, they have me to tell them, yeah. But see, all these public service announcements that I thought would have rolled out by now, especially with holding your cell phone next to your head is dangerous. I would have thought that all of this would have been public knowledge by now, but still, nobody knows. Most people have no idea that holding your cell phone next to their ear could contribute to brain cancer. Scary stuff. That's something that most people even understand. And I wish our government was more upfront about it because nobody wants to get brain cancer. I saw a guy who had it in the 1980s. I met him at a courthouse. He was just actually it wasn't a courthouse. I met him in traffic. No, I met him in traffic school. Because I went to traffic school once in California. You can do that to purge any kind of a ticket you may have. And I did that. I met this guy at traffic school, and he said he had this bandana on his head. And I said, "What's that for, man? Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, I got brain cancer, and my friend has it too." I said, "Well, how do you get it? I mean, do you have any ideas?" I mean, he knew that he'd held a brick cell phone in front of his ear, and his friend had it too. And they both sold Xerox copy machines, talking to each other all day long on the brick cell phone. You know, those bricks that were like this big. And he held it next to his head, and his friend did, and they both got brain cancer at almost the same time. So I don't know if he lived or not, but I can tell you that it's a horrible thing to think that our country isn't doing enough to warn people of holding cell phones next to their heads.
I know 2 people who had brain cancer and did not.
And they did not live. Yeah, you knew 2 people that had brain cancer and did not live.
The one, I didn't know him personally, but I know of him.
Yeah.
And then...
And these were local people, right?
Actually, 3.
3 local people.
3.
Huh.
2 children.
Wow.
And 1 all local.
It's just horrible. Yeah. Makes you really wonder about our world that we live in and all the things we're exposed to. And I heard some statistic recently, and I can't prove it, but I was reading about the Amish people. And it turns out that the Amish people have a very low cancer rate.
That's interesting. Okay, now I'm going to work on the pumpkin stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to just do all this pumpkin. I wonder will all that fit in there?
Yeah.
Or should I hold back on one of these cans?
I'd hold back on one of those cans and use the other 3.
I think so too.
Do 2 and 1 and whatever else is left over. Yeah, and if you need this, we'll do it.
I think that's perfect. All right.
Organic
All
pumpkin.
this pumpkin, and then we'll use this recipe that's on this can of organic pumpkin. It says 1 can of pumpkin, but since we've got 2 pies, we're going to do all these 3. And this one, some cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves, salt, and then sweetened condensed milk, and some eggs, and then the deep dish pie.
You say ginger?
Yes. Well, we'll see what we have.
There's some Ceylon cinnamon that might be nice. That'll give it a unique taste. Ceylon cinnamon is slightly different than traditional cinnamon that you get.
Where's the can?
Here it is. Yeah. Here's the ground nutmeg. And you remember you can overdo nutmeg. You got to be careful. Totals, nutmeg can be a little bit too much.
And cloves and ginger.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
it's, you know,
I have ginger and I've got cloves, but I'm a little concerned that the cloves are. I've got ground cloves. There we go. I had a whole clove. Whatever's there, that's an old container of ground
It's
cloves.
not that old.
Oh, it is?
I mean, I think I bought it.
Oh, okay.
So it's just, I mean, it's not as old as our relationship.
Really. Ground ginger.
Which is actually pretty old now.
I know. I can't get over we've been
So did
together.
you see my little trick with the can of pumpkin, people? So you open one side and then you just put a little hole in the other side, and that lets some air in, and then it pops all out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It helps it drop out of there quicker.
Also, if you do cranberry sauce, you can do that. My dad would always say, "Do you know how long I worked on this cranberry sauce? I mean, I had to make it, and I formed it into this perfect shape of a can."
Can't remember.
He was a funny guy.
That is funny.
Yeah.
He slaved over the cranberry sauce.
Yes.
You know, I don't think we even have cranberry sauce in this meal.
No, but I saved some dried cranberries, so I can use it.
I'm not a big cranberry fan. I don't even apportion it into the meal because to me it's just too acidic when I have a big meal. It's like, okay, I just had a big meal and now I'm going to put acid on top of that. That's not a good recipe for, but I love the taste of it. Don't get me wrong. But no, I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't love the taste of it. Do get me wrong. I like the taste of fresh cranberries, jelly, but not the stuff that's like processed to the point where it's like completely jellied.
Oh, like I hate jelly cranberries.
The
like,
jelly
that's
is
not
gross.
even like, to me, that's not even cranberry sauce.
Yeah, that's
Like
what killed my
gross.
original taste.
But
It's
I
eating
like I just saved some dried cranberries because I just eat those as a snack.
right.
Almost like I would come home for like the month of September, October. I would come home and I'd eat like a bowl of cranberries, dried cranberries, and a bowl of walnuts.
Wow. Sounds
That would
good.
be my snack.
I'm making coffee, so you'll have to put up with the Keurig coffee maker. It's a little loud here. I wanted to tell you how we make our water. We reverse osmosis our water at our location, and then we run it through the zero water filter on top of RO. Because our water in our area has a tremendous amount of calcium and deposits. So what I do is I put it through the water filter here into the top of this, and I add it to the top, and it just makes quadruple filtered water for us. And I can't urge you enough to get really good filtered water if you're expecting to live a long life. Drinking tap water isn't going to cut it. I'm sorry to say, but tap water is not safe. All of the experts have said 50% of our tap water is toxic. So that's a given. And you do everything you can to make sure you have clean water in your diet. I'm going to go ahead and add a little coffee.
I found some sweet nuts.
Oh, you did? Wow, great. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's very good.
Okay, I got all the pumpkin in. Now I need 3/4 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, which we're going to make it, we're doubling that, so 1.5 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. Which, let's just find a half teaspoon, and then we'll triple it. Because, see, I love baking because you can teach practice with
True.
baking.
Yeah.
So recipe says 3/4 teaspoons. 3/4 teaspoons doubled is 3/2 teaspoons, or 6/4 teaspoons. Oh man, can you open this?
Yeah, sure. I'll get it. My fingernails.
My fingers are wet or something.
There you go. This is the Ceylon. Okay. That's good stuff. It has a unique taste, the cinnamons from Ceylon. Outstanding. So I know that everyone in our society has got different levels where they have to live. You know, some people are having turkey sandwiches today, and some people don't even celebrate anything. You know, and there's a lot of people who are homeless right now, and I think we have to. Today is a day to remember that we're not dealing with our homeless crisis at all. And it troubles me to think that the people in our cities that are eating today will only have 1 or 2 good meals a year because of Thanksgiving or Christmas, which sucks. It really does. And I think we need to do a lot better in that department. There's 4 million people now homeless in America. And Obama didn't do anything to solve that problem. Trump isn't doing anything to solve the problem. It really concerns me that we've allowed this to happen. We can do better. And under the general welfare clause, I think we can fit this in without having to burden the taxpayer beyond a certain level. Because right now we're getting ripped off by our own agencies that need to be downsized so we can be more efficient in getting money and food to the people that need it.
What was 2 half teaspoons of ground nutmeg?
Okay.
Okay. 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. So that
It said 2.5 teaspoons of ground nutmeg?
No, it said half a teaspoon.
Half.
So I did 2 half teaspoons, which makes 1 whole teaspoon.
Okay, because I was going to say nutmeg is pretty powerful. That's cool. You know what? I remember you doing ginger last year, and it was really good. Tasted great.
I love ginger. It makes it just like really is so good. We'll do we have these like ginger candies that I'll eat especially when I'm feeling like I have a sore throat or something. All right, this ground ginger it called for. Let me double check. I think it called for each of them called for 1/4 teaspoon, and 1/4 plus 1/4 is 1/2. So that's ground ginger, and then last one is 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and I'm doubling the recipe, so we'll do 1/4 plus 1/4 is 1/2. Ground cloves. we're going to mix all that pumpkin stuff up. We're going to add sweetened condensed milk and then 4 eggs. First, we got to get all that spice mixed in nice. Make sure you don't get like just one big mouthful of spice up and not be good. All right, that's looking good with the pumpkin mixture. So now I'm going to open up these cans of sweetened condensed milk. And so sweetened condensed milk is kind of interesting. It's not evaporated milk. It's kind of like pudding. It's like pudding in a can. It's really super sweet. And it's sticky. And actually, the reason that I originally bought this is because I was making a cake for a friend who was allergic to eggs, and the recipe, the eggless cake recipe, calls for sweetened condensed milk. You can see how it's super thick. It acts as a really nice binder. And of course, as you know, pumpkin pie, you need it to kind of bind and melt together. And this one does call for eggs, but you need a binder too, so we'll do sweetened condensed milk and eggs. 4 eggs if you want to break those in. All right. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, this is one can. Get into it. Oh, there you go. Looking like it. Do one more can of the sweetened condensed milk and then the 4 eggs, and then we'll be good to add it into our pie shells.
Great. Okay. Let me dump them right in there. Without the shell.
Without the shells.
Right in here? Okay. There's one. So I guess the dessert phase of this meal is definitely going to cost you a little bit more.
Well, you can always have another friend bring the dessert.
Yeah. But
So somebody bring the chips, somebody bring the dessert.
if you really want to cut back on money, though, you can actually use the pumpkin that you got from Halloween. If you store it in your freezer like we used to do, we actually were able to use the pumpkin meat from Halloween in a pumpkin, so without having to spend $2 on the ingredients here for the meat of the pumpkin. So that's one way to do it. Or just, just say, hey, dessert is the cranberries. No, that wouldn't really upset well with people.
The pumpkin pie is about as much as a can of cranberry sauce.
Oh, yeah, I know, but pumpkin pie is so much better than cranberries. I just don't like cranberries the way you don't like eggs.
Yeah, I know.
I'm willing to eat them if I have to, but especially considering they're good for your kidneys. I like cranberry juice, but yeah, so hey, processing is done. We can go ahead and upload and tell people about it. So
I did change the title.
Happy Thanksgiving, yeah. Let's do part 1. Part 1. prepping.
I put a description.
Okay, I'll just do part 1. All right, great. And we're going to go upload that to YouTube. Publish. Great. Part 1. And I'm going to go in there and go to the link itself and put it in the... If you want to see the show early, check it out.
So there is my pumpkin bread mixture, and so hopefully all of this will fit in those 2 things over there.
Happy Tea Day. If you want to watch the show early, it's uploaded to YouTube. Enjoy. Happy Tea Day. All right, let's do Twitter. Twitter. I don't like using Twitter as a venue to speak to people in real time because it's so misconstrued. So many people are not sure what people are saying. Trump just made a comment about how he's been accused of racially prejudiced against blacks. And then his response was, yeah, make America great again. What, by being prejudiced against blacks? I mean, that's the most twisted thing I think anyone's seen on Twitter since Trump started tweeting. And he said a lot of twisted things, like attacking North Korea's leader for no reason. I'm sorry. Okay, we're getting ready to upload here. Let me go into YouTube.
Look at how it's just the perfect amount.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, check this out. Let me get the closer picture here. Hang on. Wow. The perfect amount. Look at this. We've got such a wide angle on this fishing lens. It's like he made the perfect amount to fill those 2 pies. Wow, that's perfect. Okay, great.
All right, I better put them in the oven.
Okay, let's do that, and then I'll tweet.
Then I think we're almost done with what we have to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get the oven mitts. I don't want to mess with ovens without having oven mitts. You want both of them?
You want me to put them in?
Well, I'll put them in.
I'll put them
Okay. I'm going to go ahead.
in. Should I put them on top of the cooking tray, baking sheet?
Yeah, maybe they do. Yeah, I don't want them to spill, so here's the baking sheet.
Well, let's see if they'll fit.
They might. Yeah, look at that.
Let's put it on top.
Almost perfect. Let's see if we can put it here. That'll work.
All right, I'll try them first on here before I put them
Sarah's going to put them on a baking sheet, and we're going to put them in the oven. What if this one goes all the way to the corner? Okay. Coming off. Just put the one on the baking sheet. These are very unstable, so.
That one's stable. This one's not.
Okay, why don't I put this one in first?
Here, you want to use the oven?
Yeah, I'll take the button. 2 minutes. Okay, so we're going to put things in the oven right now.
This one in first.
Okay.
Because it's so big.
Yeah, I agree. You open the oven.
You can put it on the side or turn
I will. Okay, that's one in. Let's get a plate under that
it.
one.
Let me just make sure that
Put a plate under this one. In case it does spill.
not just any plate.
Corner. And we'll get this one in. Now this turkey is a bacon set and forget. Bake, set, and forget. That's what this is. It's kind of an amazing thing. Okay, I'm going to tweet our thing happening today.
Where are the potatoes?
Oh, I put it in the microwave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're already cooking. Okay, I'm going to tweet this right now. And it said, if you want to watch the show early, it is uploaded to YouTube. Enjoy. Happy Tea Day. There we go. All right, cool. Very good. I love technology. It's so great. All right, so we are at the point where we are virtually dialing in on these meals, and it gets to the point where we will make a wonderful dinner tonight. We're going to be having dinner probably from 4 to 6 o'clock, or actually 4:30 to 5:30, in fact, 5 to 6 o'clock, roughly.
Now I'm going to work on the cleanup, of course, but you guys don't need to see all that.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
So this concludes our second part, and
you will let me bring in the potatoes, and then we can use this thing and look at the stove.
oh, okay, the camera, and see everything cooking on the outside. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, that'll work great. Yeah, then we'll have a little outage sign off kind of thing. Cool. Yeah, cleaning up after yourself is something that I really enjoy during the cooking process, so you don't have to do it after you've had a full meal. You know, coming into the kitchen and seeing everything laying there, it's kind of a downer, to be honest. You know, it's like, oh no, now I got to clean up.
Especially, you should not wait until after you're eating to do that. You should clean up as much as you can before you eat, like you said, because then you just have to do the dishes, like the dishes from eating, not the dishes from the whole cooking process.
I would like to kind of show people how I'm going to, before I leave, I want to show people how I'm going to take the gravy and take it.
To make the gravy.
Yeah, I want to show you how I'm going to make the gravy.
Okay, I'm just going to be over here because I was going to do this. If I could just stand here.
Yeah, she's going to do some cleaning. Just so everyone knows, the gravy over here is basically an amalgamation of everything we've done all day. A little bit of the roux that went into the amazing stuffing mix went into the gravy mix. The stuffing has essentially just the original part of that.
You could even use a little of the flour from the pie. if you
had extra flour. But what I use is a Wonder Flour. And what I do is I get a boil going here in whatever I have left. So I'm going to take this up to level 6 in the front burner and boil it. And as it's boiling, I can dust the Wonder Flour in there. I can also dust arrowroot in there. And arrowroot is another thickener that if you dust in there, you can actually pull off. But you don't want to put it in too fast. And none of this has to go in real fast because otherwise it's going to be clumpy. That's not good. You don't want clumpy in your gravy. So if you're using Wondra or arrowroot with the full boil going, and there is oil in there from the turkey, and you can take the droppings from the turkey and put that in the gravy once you started the gravy to expand the gravy. So if you pull that entire turkey out of your oven and you have enough people to help you, you can drain whatever's at the bottom right into the gravy boat and make that an addition to your gravy. So you can really expand your gravy. And it does add a lot of salt to the gravy, though, just so you know, by doing that, because there's salt on the turkey that goes into the gravy.
I was going to ask if you wanted me to help you do that.
No.
I'm just down here cleaning the dishes.
Yeah, right. She's underneath the...
Well, I don't know.
No, I know.
Like, my head is off to the side, otherwise it feels like I'm ignoring everything.
I know. It's perfectly fine. But we're doing like an extra hour of broadcasting, just so people know that we're, this is the evening run, so this is playing after our show played already. So we're just, giving you the basics on how to follow up on the entire meal when you present it. The potatoes are in the microwave. I'm going to go get them. All
right, I cleaned I rinsed all the lids of the cans off, so now I can go put these in recycling.
Okay, so I'm going for another 5 minutes on that potatoes. So they figure about 10 minutes on a regular small microwave or 6 minutes on a high-speed hot microwave. I have a 600 water in here. I have a 600 water in there. I try to keep the wattage down. But the 1100 microwaves, they'll cook it in about 6 minutes. So they're still cooking.
So I'm actually like rinsing the cans in the same thing that I like. This is a bowl that I did for the pumpkin stuff, and I'm just rinsing the cans in here so that I don't pour all this down the drain. I actually am going to pour this into my garden when I'm done.
Okay, cool.
To add to my compost.
Okay, it's up to a boil. It's up to a boil. You could bring this closer, like right there. And I'm just going to take and move all these giblets around. You see how they're pressing around. You can press into them and kind of move around. This is the base for your gravy. So when you add your base from the turkey itself to this, it'll expand out. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of Wondra flour. I don't know if there's a non-GMO version of this, but this is so old. I've had it since the 90s. So
I'm sure it is non-GMO, that particular can. I'm not sure if the new one is, though.
So just slightly dust the top, and then let it cook right down with the cover on it. It's basically preventing clumping on its own without you having to move it around. And one of the secrets to working with arrowroot is take a little bit of water, like that, and dust it in there, and then pre-mix it. There you go. You don't have to have too much water, just enough to get those granules broken into a dust and then a liquid. And arrowroot works fine with Wondra. Now, there's a really simple way to make gravy. If you really want to, abbreviate all these hassles, get potato flakes.
Oh yeah, we have some.
I don't think I know where they are. I'm going to pour the arrowroot on top of that mix right now, and put a little bit more of the dusting in there. And I'm pretty much ready to go. And then give it a kind of a touchy-feely, stirry thing. Just kind of move it around and then let it set, cover it up, and you're good to go. Let it set for about an hour until the turkey's done, and you present it, and it'll be ready to go. And like I said, you can add a lot of the droppings to it. And if you do want to add Wondra to that, you can do that as well. All right. That's cool. I'm going to go get the potatoes in just a minute, and then we will present here. Do the entire presentation. And I guess we will have to unplug the...
Can you wipe down over here?
Sure. Sarah's helping with the cleanup here. Great. Cleaning, swabbing the decks here.
Just hand me that.
She's going to work with that in the compost or whatever. You can put that in the compost bin if you want.
Yeah, here, I'll put the compost.
Here.
I think we're ready to take it out.
Pour it in there.
Okay.
I'll get it later. I think it'll last. Yeah, you can put liquid in your compost bin.
Yeah.
You just pour liquid right into it.
Actually, if you have like a worm bin, you want some liquid because you want the compost to be about the consistency of a wet towel that's like coming out of a washing machine.
Okay.
Obviously, I guess I like talking about compost. Okay. All right, I'm getting...
You want to make mashed potatoes with a little bit of milk?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Hand me the... I'll do this. I'm going to put a little milk in here. I want to preheat the milk.
Yeah, because when you put cold milk in your mashed potatoes, and the mashed potatoes get cold.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure that when you heat up your milk to put into your mashed potatoes.
Do you still have the butter over there, or is that used it, right?
Butter? No, it's here.
Okay, perfect.
I did not use it.
We've got the remainder of a pound of butter here, like an eighth of a pound of butter we're going to use in this. And we'll go ahead and I'm going to preheat the milk right now.
Onion powder aside. Spices for baking on the other side. What is this? Wasabi powder?
I made that wasabi powder. You know what I did? I took this down here. I took green peas that had, remember the green pea wasabi thing that we had? That was kind of stale. Well, I actually ground it up in a coffee grinder and made it wasabi powder out of it. That's what I literally made my own spice there. I don't know what the heck it is, but it's green peas that were mounted up with wasabi powder. Very hot and spicy.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'll ever use
you
it.
want
I just thought maybe it might be good on popcorn or something.
All right. So, yeah, that sounds good.
I've got a water drain to do if you want to hold this.
Okay.
I'm going to drain the water out. I'm putting hot water down the drain. So
when he puts hot water down the drain, he runs cold water to so that you don't burn all your pipes.
Right.
Like, especially if you have plastic pipes.
Yep.
But then, not that they would burn, but still.
Doing a taste.
That's still not done.
Still not done. So
We need some more water.
yeah, unfortunately for me,
All the water that you just put in.
yeah, I'm going to go transfer this back into the microwave another 5 minutes. I think these old microwaves are getting.
Oh, did you make sure it's turned up too? Okay. So it's just. So next time we'll test it before we drain out the water. You live and learn. And learn. And learn.
Milk is lukewarm, so now we're just going to get the potatoes to the next level. They just want to be so you can stick a fork right in, not that they flake apart, but that you can stick the fork right in and they're good to go. Potatoes could be really mushy, and if you get to the mushy stage, it no longer tastes good. You have to get them to the point where they're kind of fresh, but you can push a fork in them, but if they mush down, it's just so like flaked out, it starts to get weird. Well, you will have mushy after you mix
Not
everything.
mushy, but
No, when you get mushy, if you overcook the potatoes,
yeah, I know what you mean.
they'll fall apart in the water. Most of your potatoes will go out in the water, and you won't be able to actually get any benefit from the potatoes at all. And a lot of the vitamins are all gone because you overcooked them. So there's a lot of negatives to mushy. She'd overcook everything?
My mom would cook them like skin on until they burst a little bit.
Okay.
And then you would cool them down. And actually, she would just like, you peel them while they're hot with your hands. You know, ow, ow, ow.
Oh, yeah, I've done that, yeah.
Yeah, and
because
then
you're so hungry, you got to eat them.
and then, well, and you don't want them to cool down. And then and then they are like, they're falling apart in the water, but you drain the water before you peel them.
Let me show you the best part of cooking with a breadboard. This is the best part, is cleaning up the breadboard. So here are your knives, all your utensils are sitting here. And all you do is just rinse it right off. And, well, I think that rag is almost done. I'll put it in the hamper. But you never know what you're going to run into in the washing phase like this. All right. No, it was on the breadboard, so luckily it didn't get into the food. But no, here we are with the clean breadboard. Nice. The best part about the whole thing really is the breadboard. And then you can use it anytime you want. And the thing about getting used to cooking with a breadboard is you can cook in a portable environment, in a trailer, if you wanted, anywhere, on the road.
As long as you got your breadboard.
Yeah.
Have breadboard will travel.
Have breadboard will travel. Buckaroo. All right, so we've got the potatoes coming. We're going to give you the final show here. I'm going to disconnect or pull the camera so to look at the oven and see everything cooking. We have an oven light we can turn on too. I turn that on. That'll give us a full view of everything. Now, look at the book that's...
Sugar? No, I don't think I needed sugar. I'm like pumpkin pie.
Oh.
Because I use sweetened condensed milk.
Sweetened, it has sugar in it. Yeah. So. If you use sweetened condensed milk for the pumpkin recipe, don't add sugar to your recipe. If you use regular milk or regular evaporated milk, do add sugar. Yeah, so we're kind of wrapping this up. We're almost at the 1 hour point. When you go get the potatoes, and we'll finish this up. Get the masher.
I will try to find it. One of the potato mashers, yes.
Check it one more time.
This time, check it.
You know, I don't think that microwave's working very well. I really don't. I really.
I think that when you cut them and do it, I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
I cut them really quick, but I don't think that microwave works today.
Oh, wow.
The regular microwave is at 600 watts. I think this one's putting out 600 watts in here.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting about 400 watts, slightly more than a light bulb, out of our backup microwave in the other room. So sorry it's taking a little longer, but
Then you twittered?
yes, I tweeted.
Tweeted, sorry.
No, that's okay. I used to say twittered and used to correct me. It said tweeted. Now I'm saying twittered.
Tweeted.
Tweeted.
Tweeted. Whatever.
Tweeters. Anyway, thank you very much for watching our show. We're always advising people on ways to save money on our cooking channel. And I think one person came in and said they'd fed an entire 150 people at a wedding for only $50 using my recipes. For $50 to feed 150 people using our recipes.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, so you can go through the recipe list and just say, hey, this looks good. $4 for 10 people. Sure, yeah, why not? Sure. So, okay, so cleaning up is almost done here. Gravy's done. We're just getting ready for the potatoes, and we'll give you a full camera view of the entire thing. Feeding 20 people for $20. Kind of hard to do. But we are up and running. That microwave, I'm telling you. But we put it in the other room because we didn't want to have the microwaves next to us. So, backup utility microwave.
And that way, when you microwave something, it doesn't interfere with the show.
Right.
Too. Okay, I've got a few more dishes to do. I cleaned up all the cans and all my baking goods. Clean those up. All right, just loading the dishwasher now. I really think I still think they say diamonds are a girl's best friend. No. It's the dishwasher. Did you know the dishwashers was made by this lady who was tired of her servants chipping her china, and so she created a dishwasher, which is pretty cool. Concept. Now they're used everywhere. All right, good.
This new phenomenon is happening where people are using more LED lights and making everything brighter and using the same amount of energy they used to use with incandescent lights, but not nearly as bright. So the whole world is shifting to this use of LED
it's the
lights.
Same energy, but just brighter.
They just are upping the amount of lights that they have. So everyone's putting out way more lights this Christmas, with the LEDs out there. So it's like every house is like shining.
I'm still
like
going to spend $2,000 in electricity. It's just
Probably.
going to be brighter.
Yeah, it's just going to be brighter.
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. He's getting I can hear him getting the potatoes. Wait. Into.
Okay, it would be the least expensive food item. Takes the most time.
The most energy.
The most energy, yeah. Wow.
Well, that's good enough. We need to drain them and mash them. I'll deal with it.
They can't be mashed at this level. Look at that.
What? They can't be mashed?
No,
It's probably because you didn't cover them with water.
I did.
But it's because, see the ones down here?
Yeah.
You can go through.
You can get through.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, this is really al dente, but I'm going to go ahead and drain the water.
Let's just leave them.
Okay, we're just going to leave them on the stove, and you know the whole drill. What we do normally is we add the butter.
Drain it, add the butter, add the milk.
Warm milk.
Add warm milk.
And then put all together and mash the heck out of them. So I think we've got that covered. Let's show you the finished product over here. You grab the camera, Sarah,
Okay.
and I will bring this closer so you can now see what we have in there.
Should I open the oven?
No, we'll keep it in there. Let's see what we got.
Can they see?
Yeah, lift it up a little bit. So
We have 2 pies on the bottom.
Yep.
There's 2 pumpkin pies, and then up here is green bean dish, and then the back is that, and then there's the turkey.
And the turkey's sealed up. So we're just trying to keep the integrity of the heat factor going right now.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
All right.
This is it for Thanksgiving in our post show. Thanks for watching. We will be back with another cooking show next week on Thursday. But this has been an extreme 3 hours of nonstop cooking.
Yes. Okay, here, I'm going to just move this to the front, or you can zoom out of that one. Whatever.
Okay, we're going to say goodbye. Take care. See you later. Something's happening.
Here.
I got it.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Oh, what?
It doesn't matter. I'm saying goodbye, and so is Sarah. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. We will see you again later. Happy Thanksgiving. It's always good to have a viewership like we've had. It's been a pleasure doing a show.
And you can watch us, follow us on Twitter. Anyway, a third party.
Okay.
Take care.
Happy Thanksgiving.